Hello and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. And today, it's my time. It's our time, David.
Does that mean autumn as fuck?
That's what it means!
Wow! So
it is the autumn tag. Mine and David's time's arrived. Not only have I got a long sleeve shirt on, I've got a jumper on and socks. And I'm going to wear boots today. And yesterday I had a little scarf on. I bloody am so happy that it's autumn. And today I was going to film my try a short story tag, but Amy Smith, whose video I will link down below, who invented this autumn tag, put this up late last night, and I was like, I know what I'm filming tomorrow, autumn, because I do feel like maybe you should do the autumn tag like when it's really proper autumn and it feels like it's proper autumn. I've got lights on in the indoors, it's 11 o'clock in the morning, or I've got my lights on, just having a lovely time. So Amy Smith invented the autumn tag, of whose video I will link down below. It's a wonderful tag. She did the summer reading tag, which was brilliant, and she's done the autumn tag. I've got a feeling she's going to be making all these tags her thing, and that is a bloody good thing to have. So yes, it's 7 questions, a really good lot of questions, bit of like a few questions about books, a few chatty questions, etc. Just the perfect mix of tag for me. And I'm going to crack straight on with, are there any books I'm planning to read over the autumn season? So one of the books Amy mentioned in her tag was Autumn by Ali Smith. I haven't read any Ali Smith, however I will be resolving that over this autumn, and one of the books I want to read is Autumn. If there's any book that you want to read over autumn, it surely must be a book called Autumn. However, there are some other books as well. I always enjoy reading Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. This is my penguin cloth bound classic edition. At a time when it's blowy and windy outside and atmospheric, and I normally reread this once a year, but I didn't read it last year. I think maybe first starting my booktube channel and just wanting to read all the new stuff, I didn't get around to doing it. However, I will be planning on reading it at some point. I normally go for like November time, when it's like super cold and actual dark at nights and things like that. So that is a book I will be rereading. I've also been really into Sarah Moss. I read The Tidal Zone earlier this year that I have not stopped going on about, and at the moment I'm reading Strangers in Iceland, which is a non-fiction book about when her and her family moved to Iceland in 2009. Which I'm absolutely loving, and I can't wait to read more of her stuff. I've got 2 books here from hers that are out from the library at the moment, Night Waking and Signs for Lost Children. I believe this is the first and last in a loose trilogy, so I need to get the middle one as well. And I just can't wait to read all of Sarah Moss's stuff. I absolutely adore her writing, and just can't wait to crack on with all the Sarah Moss that ever was in the world. And finally, I now own 3 Persephone books. So Persephone is a publisher which publishes these beautiful grey books, which have the most gorgeous end papers as well. They also come out with the little dust jackets there. And if you buy them, I think this one I got for a gift from my cousin for my birthday last year, which I still haven't read. You also get a bookmark that matches the end papers. So they publish primarily female authors. However, I do have one here by Virginia Woolf's husband, Leonard Woolf. I've got The Wise Virgins by Leonard Woolf, Still Missing by Beth Gutchen. That's like a knitted, that's very autumnal. And Lettice Delmer by Susan Miles. So now I have 3 of these. I've got 2 out from the library at the moment. I need to start reading some of these. This is getting silly that I haven't read them. And they are going to be something that I will be reading shortly, over the autumn time. Question 2 is, September brings back school memories. What book did you most enjoy studying? So when I was studying for it was either A level or AS level, I remember because I wasn't in my school uniform, we studied Wide Sargasso Sea by Jean Rhys, which is the sort of prelude, like unofficial prelude to Jane Eyre. I bought this last summer because I wanted to read it when I was on holiday, and I didn't get round to it, and then I kept saying, oh, I must read some more, I must read it again, because I loved studying it for A level, and I really want to read it again. So that was one of my favourite books I ever studied. In terms of what my favourite or least favourite subjects were, English was my favourite subject, even though I didn't do particularly well, because by the time 6th form I was like more interested in boys and stuff. What a silly girl. English I absolutely loved. In terms of subjects I didn't really like, I wasn't a big fan of art because I'm crap at art, and I just feel like in that sort of situation, if you're crap at art, you're not going to get any better at art, are you? You're either artistic or not, and there's no trying to make me better at art, because that's not going to happen. I also didn't really like science either. I remember finding science very, very boring. So those were my leastest favourite. Question 3 is October means Halloween. Do you enjoy scary books and films? If so, what are some of your favourites? David, do we like scary books and films?
No.
We hate scary books and films. I absolutely hate scary books and scary films. I hate the way they make me feel. Like, when I was younger and I used to have to go to sleepovers and things and watch scary films, like, I wouldn't sleep for weeks afterwards. I remember watching The Ring and just not being able to sleep for weeks and weeks and weeks. And if I accidentally catch something scary on telly, then that stays with me for ages. I love Luther, but however, that is very, very scary. And that's probably the scariest thing I'd watch. David, is there anything else scary we watch?
Walking Dead.
Oh, Walking Dead.
But it's not.
I guess that might be seen as scary. That's scary, but like actual like ghosty stuff and things like that, we're not into at all. And I don't read books like that either. I read The Woman in Black. Oh my god, I went to see that film. That was fucking well scary. I went for my friend Emma's birthday, and there was a massive group of us, and we were all filled with bravado that we were like, this will be fine. And I had to go out to the toilet and calm myself down because it was so horrible. However, this year I am reading Little Sister Death by William Gay. This I'm going to be reading for my radio book club, and it says on this little hit there, the most terrifying novel you'll read this year. So this is going to be terrifying, however I will be reading it. So that is a scary book that I will be reading. Number 4, with November, it's time for Bonfire Night and firework displays. What is the most exciting book you've read that kept you gripped? So recently, and this is because I don't really read many books that are like really gripping and have loads of twists and turns and things like that. My favourite books are like quieter books, where like there's lots of character development and things like that. So, but one of the most recent books I've read that really did keep me gripped was Frenchman's Creek by Daphne du Maurier, which tells the story of a woman called Donna who is tired of her life in London with her husband and things like that. So she escapes down to Cornwall with her children, and where she meets a pirate who she falls in love with, and there's lots of like tense moments and things like that, and you basically eventually know that it's all going to be all right, but there's just lots and lots of like gripping bits, and the whole way through I was like, oh my god, but absolutely love this. Daphne du Maurier, I can't believe I've waited this long in my life to read her. I'm going to be doing a wrap up of all her books, but bloody hell, I loved it. However, whenever I do think of books that have kept me gripped, one that always comes to the forefront of my mind, which is a proper popular one, and I read it last summer, and that's whoa, nearly fell off. That's Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins, and I remember being like, bloody hell, this is very gripping and very good. And look at me trying to show off and then ruining it. They're making this into a film, and I think it's out really soon. David hates the look of the trailer. He says it looks really boring. I was a bit disappointed that they moved it to America, because I think a lot of what I loved about this was that it was set on the boring commute to London, which, if you live in any of the home counties, you've done and seen what it's like. But I love the multiple perspective of it. I like books where at the end of a chapter you find out something from that person, and then you have to read another 2 chapters from 2 different people to then go back to that person and find out what the result of that was. It was very, very gripping, and I really did enjoy it. And when I do go and see the film, I might even reread it before, because it was very enjoyable. Apparently the audiobook of this is supposed to be very, very good as well. Because it's told from 3 different women's perspectives. One of the women is voiced by, oh my god, I can't think of her name, Louise Brealey, who plays Molly Hooper in Sherlock. So I listened to a podcast with Paula Hawkins, and she was talking about how impressed she was with the audiobook. Question 5 is, what book is your favourite cosy comfort read? Of course it's Harry Potter. Harry Potter is my ultimate cosy comfort read, and I always enjoy to reread Harry Potter, and I reread them like every year pretty much. I'm actually just started The Goblet of Fire this year, and I've at this point in the year, which is quite late, isn't it, to be like starting the 4th one in September. But I'm listening to the audiobook of it at the moment, which I got from Audible. It's read by Stephen Fry, and it's just perfect, and I just listen to sort of 8 minutes before. It's got a good sleep app and things. It's got a good sleep timer, so I listen to 8 minutes before I go to sleep, and I'm always awake for the whole thing, and then just slowly drift off afterwards. I just find it so comforting, and listening to the audiobook is even more comforting, because before, when I'm listening to audiobooks that I haven't listened to before, I feel like I have to listen to them like on the way to and from work, because that's the only dedicated time I get to listening. But with this Harry Potter thing, I can be getting on with other things, doing a bit of cooking, because I know the story and I can pick it up where it is and things like that. Question 6 is, curled up with a good book, what is your hot drink of choice? So my hot drink of choice is always tea. However, as she slurps her tea. I can't drink caffeine tea because it makes me feel very anxious and I don't sleep very well, and it just makes me weird. So I only drink decaf tea. Now, my favourite decaf tea in the world, my favourite tea in the whole wide world is Barry's tea from Ireland, the decaf one, which is the blue box. I went to a wedding in Ireland. I went to a wedding in Ireland earlier this year, in May, and while we were there, we bought a box of decaf Barry's, and bought a box back with us. And it really does taste. It's just the best tea I've ever had, but you can't get it anywhere. It's blended in Ireland. You can't get it anywhere. I've never seen it anywhere else. People tell me you can't even get it in Northern Ireland, so there's no hope of me trying to get it in the UK. Now, I looked on Amazon and saw that you can buy like boxes of 4 boxes together, and thought, oh, maybe I'll treat myself around my birthday or around Christmas, because I'm not even going to tell you how much it was because it's so ridiculous. But the wonderful and beautiful Leanne from Leanne Rose, whose channel I will link down below, sent me a box of Barry's tea in the post. I was so happy. I hadn't even got it out the pack. I'd even unwrapped it. David had the kettle on. He was like, let's have a cup of tea. We both love this tea. It is amazing tea. It's good tea, isn't it, David? Yeah. It's just the best. I absolutely adore it. So every time I go to Ireland now, I'm going to bring back like 2 boxes, because you get 80 tea bags in a box, and we're about halfway through this. So I think this will probably... David and I probably drink like at least a cup of tea a day. At work, I just drink normal decaf tea that I buy from like Tesco or whatever. But so we get through this like in just over a month probably. It's just delicious. It's just delicious. I do like other teas as well. This is my mug, by the way, that I drink my tea out of. My cousin Laura and her husband Tom bought me and David the set for Christmas last year. It's got hers, and then a girl with red hair and a little collar, and David's got the one that says his, and it's got a chap with a moustache. So we like to drink out those. Now, I also do like fruit teas, and I really, really, really love tea pigs. Tea pigs, I think, are the best in terms of like, because you can get a lot of decaf teas, fruit teas, and things like that from tea pigs. I don't really like twine-ins. I think they smell nice, but they don't taste of anything. Pucker teas I also like, but some of them do have caffeine in, so I have to be a bit careful. But a lot of the tea pigs ones don't, and they're also like natural. It says it quite clearly on here, naturally caffeine free. My favourite are apple and cinnamon. I haven't got a box of those because they last about a week. You get 15 tea bags in a box for about £4. Like, sometimes they're a bit cheap, sometimes they're a bit more, which I know is extortionate for tea, but I'm like, well, I don't really drink. Like, I don't drink, and I don't smoke, and I don't do anything that costs me lots of money, so surely I'm allowed to buy myself a box of £4 tea bags. Apple and cinnamon don't last very long at all. I absolutely love them. I however, have found, which isn't great, if you love the apple and cinnamon tea pigs tea bags, and you're like, they're really, really lovely, but they're really, really expensive, the 75p Morrison's own brand apple and cinnamon, they're nowhere near as good, but they're okay for 75p. You get 20 tea bags for 75p, and they're pretty good. So I've also got here peppermint leaves, licorice and peppermint, and rhubarb and ginger. Rhubarb and ginger, David had an absolute touch with. He popped down to Morrison's one morning, came back with 5 boxes of these because they'd wrongly marked them up as £1. So he was like, yeah, get them. Sweet ginger is another one of my favourites. I saw that they've got like a Christmas one, which I haven't bought before, which I need to try. And if I'm drinking a fruit tea, I have to have it out of this glass mug, which I got from IKEA. I've got the bigger one and the smaller one, and these are the ones that I just enjoy drinking my tea pigs out of. And also, if I have any like milky drinks, sometimes I make a nice cinnamon almond milk. Yum, I want that now already, and I like to drink that out there. So those are my hot drinks of choice. So question 7 is, any plans that you're looking forward to for the next few months? It is both David and my birthdays in autumn. David's birthday is at the end of September. So we've got quite a few bits planned for that, some of which I can't tell you because it's only in the next room and he'll hear, and a few things are a surprise. However, we are going to be going to the Sportsman, which is a restaurant that we love going to, which is in between, like it's in Sea Salter, which is on the way to Whitstable. We've been for my birthday last year, and we went for our anniversary earlier this year, so we're going for David's birthday. We sort of put our money away throughout the year, and then when we have to, because it's quite pricey, but when we go, like, because we've been putting the odd like couple of quid away, it just ends up not costing us too much. It is incredible food. First time we went, we ordered off the menu. The second time we went, we had the taster menu. We will never go back from having the taster menu now. You get so much stuff. So you get like a starter, fish course, main course, desserts, little sneaky bits in between, bread and things like that. It is amazing. The food is incredible. On my Instagram earlier this year, I posted some photos of the food that we had, and I'll be doing it again when we go next weekend. God, I keep forgetting we're going next weekend. I'm so excited. We're also going to another restaurant in Whitstable with a few friends. We're going to a tapas bar in Whitstable, which we've heard very good things about. Then on Sunday night and Monday morning, we're doing something that I've planned for David's birthday, and yeah. But I think we'll probably vlog that. Maybe we'll be vlogging that. I would like to get into a bit more vlogging, so yeah, maybe we'll be vlogging that. It is my 30th birthday at the end of November. I don't know what we've got planned for it. David has asked me, I need to sort out something to do with my pals. David has asked me to take a week off, not the week of my birthday, the week before, so I understand we'll be doing something or going somewhere for that. And also my birthday weekend, he's got a few things planned as well. I took David to Disneyland Paris for his birthday last year, and we also went to Whitstable, keep talking about Whitstable, and stayed in a fisherman's hut there, which was really, really lovely. So I expect we'll be doing something for my birthday, but I'm not quite sure what, so that's exciting. Also, Christmas hype I'm excited about. When I get excited about Christmas all year round basically, but after David's birthday, that's when we allow ourselves to start watching Christmas films, and then after my birthday, that's when you're allowed to start wearing Christmas jumpers. So although we do, myself, David and my best friend Emma, in a few years before on Halloween, because we all hate Halloween, we don our Christmas jumpers and watch a Christmas film. So we might be doing that again this year, because we really enjoyed doing that last year. In a sort of anti-Halloween protest, we'll just celebrate Christmas. So that's exciting. Also, Strictly Come Dancing is back. That is a programme that I absolutely love. It is like Dancing with the Stars, which is in America, and it's 15 celebrities that they pair up with professional dancers, and they just do loads of dancing, and I absolutely love it. It's just got a really autumnal, glitzy, wonderful feel about it, and the theme tune makes me feel all happy. And we had a Strictly launch party at Emma's house earlier this month, because it launched, and yeah, it's back next weekend, so we're going to watch that, so that's exciting. And also just generally being snuggly and cosy and enjoying the nice weather. As I last night, David and I we watched a film. It was dark at 8, so we put on a film under a blanket each, hot drink, candle on, fairy lights on, and just watched a film, and we were like, this is what it's all about. This is mine and David's happy place. David's happy place. Just watching a nice film in cold weather. It's a bit chilly today, and David said, I think we better close the windows. I was like, no, let's enjoy being cold. Let's put 2 layers on and enjoy it. So yeah, so those are the things I'm looking forward to. So thank you very, very much to Amy for creating and tagging me in this tag. I absolutely adore doing it. I love thinking about all the answers. I love filming it, and now I feel really autumnal. And I will be tagging my fellow autumn lovers, Olivia from Olivia Pope, Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings, and Rachel, who is also a fellow Strictly lover, from The Reader and the Write. And I will see you all again soon for another BookTube video. Bye!